This is day 1 of cinnamon rolls. Is a 3-day lab. Day 1 is going to consist of preparing the dough. I have written the very important things on the board that I need you to be clear and understand, because otherwise it will not work out for you. Okay, so the first thing I want you to look at is the fact that you need 1 egg plus a half of an egg. The egg has protein structures in it, and it's going to help it to have the right texture, have the right fluffiness. You need the egg to be whipped up. Then by hand with a wooden spoon, you add the rest of the flour. Okay? The most important thing, if you get it too hot, your yeast will die. If your yeast dies, what will not happen? It will not rise. It will be dense. It will be like a hockey puck. So do not kill your yeast. Pay attention to the temperature. Let's get started so we can get it to where we're good to go. We are gonna work on day 2 of our cinnamon rolls. If you did not get the topic yesterday, you could have written down fermentation. You could have also written leavening. Both are happening. We've just done both of those. This is day 2, and will the dough rise a second time? Yes, it will. That is really why it's awesome that it's both. It's fermentation, but that's what makes it to actually leaven anyway. So the first part of the lab says punch down the dough and set it aside and put it on a floured surface that you're going to work on, and then cover it and let it rest for 10 minutes. And then you're going to make the filling, which is what you see a picture of here. It's the brown sugar, the flour, the cinnamon. You are going to mix that together and make sure that is combined, and then you're going to cut the butter in. Whenever you see cut the butter in, you know that means get a pastry blender, and you're trying to combine the butter down into where you don't really see it anymore. Number 4, sprinkle the filling over the dough all the way. This is the really probably second hard part of this. The first part that's really difficult is rolling this thing out. This dough can roll out to at least a foot. It really can. And here's an example of that, and there's a ruler on the table showing you that it can roll out to be a foot. So once you roll it out, you can't really fold it back and roll it. It will not really accept itself back into itself, if that makes sense. You're gonna roll it in a log, so kind of think about that. How can I make it evenly enough to roll it up into a log? And then here is a picture of them rolling up the dough. This is showing you that it really is kind of difficult to get this spread evenly using a knife. Make sure your ends are against the side of another roll so that it doesn't unroll itself. The more evenly sized you can get these, the better bake you're going to get. Let's go over to some of the reminders just so that you see that they're up there. So the first part is remember to punch down your dough And then most importantly, when you roll it up, it needs to be cut into the cinnamon rolls evenly. So let's use the really nice dishes. These dishes are perfect, and we'll just cover them with plastic wrap, and then on the top of the plastic wrap, you'll write your kitchen number and the period, but we'll let them rise for a little bit on the counter, okay? Okay, today is the most exciting day. It is the final day of cinnamon roll, lab day number 3. I feel like it's one of the easiest days that we have in here, most delicious smelling days. I hope that you are excited for it. I will be giving out Star Baker, so I need to see your cinnamon rolls when they are finished. Not only that, but I need to see them when they come out of the pan, because you can't really tell until I can see the texture of the roll itself, the bottom of the roll, okay? Some people's glaze they felt was too thick or too thin. Here is a little tip for you. You can control that by adding or not adding powdered sugar. So you can add the powdered sugar as you're mixing it together and decide, do I like this consistency? Do I not? And you can add more or less depending on how you want it to be. If you notice that your rolls are starting to get really dark and you still have 10 minutes left of baking, you're gonna get a little bit of foil and cover the rolls with it.